Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan. And,
What are the 4 words you can't say on cable TV?
well, I don't know, but there were 7 of them according to George Carlin.
What's 7? Yeah, but this is 4 that you can't say on cable
TV? Well, there's probably.
According to Ron.
No.
And he just used 3 of them when you're trying to get the show started. Which is brought to you by Caribou Coffee.
Yeah, we knew we were going to get
Here
that.
we go again.
So,
Today Thursday or Friday?
it's Friday today.
The 13th.
Yeah.
Are you superstitious?
No, not really.
Well, we do this show for 7 years.
Yeah. Well, 7 years is about the time when
It's a
things
good
start
luck thing,
going
isn't
to,
it?
yeah. They start going in the can after 7 years, I think, but
No, that's your marriage.
yeah. How's that?
Or my marriage, one of the two.
Yeah, not mine yet.
Yeah. No,
But who knows?
You got to last a little longer. You just got your floors done.
Yeah, so this week would have been testing that,
Yeah.
getting the floors done at the house, and yeah,
right.
It's been a long week. So
High school sports.
yeah, well, we baseball team
Find
after losing 5 in a row, I think 5 or 6 in a row, they beat Greenway Nashwauk-Keewatin last Saturday.
that. Nice.
Then they came back and beat Duluth-Denfeld on Tuesday. They were supposed to play Cloquet yesterday, but weather.
Weather related.
And then today they have International Falls. If you see that, this before 4 o'clock, there's a home game.
Good.
So, but yeah, they Denfeld's a really I thought didn't lose much from last year. I didn't think there were a lot of familiar faces or names on that team, but they hit 2 of their guys hit home runs that day at El Nyberg, and Hibbing had left 9 guys on base
Wow.
through 5 innings.
They still won?
And 6th inning, they had 2 out and 2 guys on, and I think it was 3-1 at the time. Yeah. Well, wait, no, I don't remember. Okay, my mind's going, but sorry. But they were on the verge of leaving 2 more guys on base, and then Logan Geetson hit a 3-run home run
Nice.
to make it 5-3. And then, of course, as with all Hibbing sports, or at least Hibbing baseball, they have to make it interesting. And Denfeld rallied had 2 outs and got 3 straight hits, and scored a run, make it 5-4. Go-ahead run was on third base, and fortunately Logan was pitching. He struck the guy out, but the ball got away from the catcher. But I give Evans the catcher, and it wasn't in the dirt. The ball was in the dirt, and it was tough to block. So I'm not, saying anything like that. But fortunately, he was calm enough to go. It rolled toward the visitor's dugout. He was able to get it in time and get it to first base to get the 3rd out. So,
Good.
hey, that's and with the Cloquet game being postponed, Cloquet is a team that gives. Last year they were giving up like 11 and a half or 12 runs a game, and this year they've had a 20-15 score against Hermantown. So they would have had some offensive fireworks in that game probably, but we'll see what happens with the Falls tonight.
We're lucky that wasn't a pass ball that goes to the back of the. You got to pack a suitcase to go get it by the time you get back there.
Yeah, so he kept it pretty much in front of him, and I love the way that he was able to keep his calm and got that ball to first base and got the out, and they have a 2-game winning streak. So good for them.
And I suppose they have to consolidate maybe 10 games in a 1-week schedule.
Well, yeah, that's probably coming. I would think they're going to have their Woodbat tournament next weekend, I believe. So that should be interesting.
Oh.
But yeah, well, hopefully.
Excuse me. Hopefully the weather will cooperate and they'll be able to get the tournament in. So
Yes, but good for them. Softball beat Grand Rapids on Tuesday. Ani Boban had 19 strikeouts in that game. Gave up 3 runs. It's hard to believe they got 3 runs with 19 strikeouts. There must have been a couple of errors in there or something. But good, so good for her. I know she had a tough game against Cloquet, because I think that's a team that she might play with during the summer. with the coach and with some of the players, and I think she was trying too hard that game, really, but
Well, you can't argue with success, right?
No.
19 strikeouts, that's... And a question came up, our producer, director extraordinaire, first he tried to tell me somebody stole first base. I didn't know if he was playing in the penal league or what league he was playing in, but he mentioned, how many pitches do you think she can throw? I mean, you watch some of the college games, and some of those pitchers that they throw 7 innings and come back the next day and pitch another 7 innings.
yeah, you can throw. It's more of a natural movement with your arm or motion with your arm, so it's not as hard as on your arm as throwing a baseball overhand.
I'm just wondering if the Minnesota State High School League has a, just like Little League, you only can throw so many pitches and,
Yeah,
in a
no,
week's
there's
time, and
there's no limit.
There's
I
no
don't
limit,
think.
okay.
Yeah, but I know that Katie has another pitcher, so I'm assuming they have a tournament tomorrow in Grand Rapids. I'm assuming that both Ani and Riley will see action tomorrow. So I don't know who they play tomorrow, but maybe I'll drive over there and cover. They had an 11 o'clock game, so maybe I'll go over there and cover that one, seeing as I have to work this weekend. So
oh, tough.
yeah, tough life,
Tough
right?
life.
I get to go watch sports for a living. Maybe that's why I don't watch the professional sports. I'm sick of it by the
So-
time I get home.
Do you get a stipend for gas mileage to go over there?
I suppose if I put it in, yeah, but I don't put it in usually.
Well, you don't really use a lot of gas in that pedal car, do you?
No,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of gas, but not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of gas.
In other words, you leave a trail.
Yeah, vapor trail.
I guess our producer director is so excited to see us here this morning. He's on his phone over there, not even paying attention to us.
Just checking to see how you can steal first base.
Oh, he's like, oh,
You can.
oh.
He probably has it too,
Yeah.
but so
Okay,
he's going to
I'm
prove us
listening.
wong.
I'll tell you later.
All
Oh,
right.
he's gonna- oh, he's
He's
going to
gonna
keep
tell us
us
later.
in, like Alfred Hitchcock. He's going
No.
to keep us in suspense.
Track, they had their true team meet on Tuesday. Both Melina Sladek and Julia Girardi won the pole vault and the 3200. Congratulations to them.
Yep. What'd you do for the pole vault,
Only 11.
Oh, well, only.
Oh yeah, but considering she cleared 12.6 at the state last year, but she did. She told me, I interviewed her yesterday about this spring and how tough it's been for her. She can't get outside to use an actual pole vault.
Right.
The pit, the plant to put the pole in the
Yep.
in the whatever they call it, and but she said she passed. She cleared 11 and then she passed on 11.6 and went right straight to 12 and didn't make it, obviously, but she says she's confident that she can get back up there even though the lack of work. But they have the Doc Savage, or not the Doc Savage, the John Tingstead invite and the O.J. Beluso invite is today at 2 o'clock over in Chisholm. So she'll hopefully get a chance over there to go a little bit higher.
She a senior this year?
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
senior. So I'll finally get to see them kind of compete, because it's probably the only other time I'm going to. We were talking to Coach Please yesterday about it, and it's just kind of been a lost season for track, because number one, they don't have a track.
Right.
So that put them behind the 8 ball
Yeah.
right away, and then they have to go to Chisholm, and none of the tracks have been ready until now. So
I
I
suppose
don't know.
every time they go to Chisholm too, they gotta go through customs and all that kind of stuff, right? At the wall.
Yeah, I'm sure they must have to bus them over there,
Well,
unless they drive. I don't know if they're allowed to drive. I wouldn't think so.
yeah, that I don't know. Couldn't answer for you.
So it's been tough on them, but hopefully they do well when section time comes around. And then tennis, he's young, and they're taking their lumps this year. They got beat by Bemidji the other day, and Duluth East beat them, and Duluth Denfeld beat them 4-3. East and Bemidji both beat them 7-0, but Bemidji's pretty good, and I'm sure East is.
East is always a powerhouse,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. So it's not surprising.
Cake eaters.
They had They were supposed to play in Rapids yesterday, and I think they moved it down to Duluth to play indoors. And I don't know how they did, but they were supposed to play Thief River, Grand Rapids, and Duluth East, and I don't think they were gonna. There was no sense playing East and Rapids again because they've already played them twice.
Right.
So, I don't know how they did. I'm not sure.
No.
So,
Gotta have those rebuilding years, right? Just ask the Minnesota professional sports teams.
yeah, we're almost to that. Can't think of what's the other.
How about college? Anything going on at HCC?
No, HCC got beat out in their baseball tournament, so they did not advance to the regions. Softball, I'm
Don't know.
clueless. I hate to say that, being a sports writer, but I don't get their schedule, so we'll see. And is that it? Golf? No, they're getting out. They have a Hibbing invite is on Monday at the country club,
Nice.
both boys and girls. So
That,
if you get a chance.
Bring your own canoe.
Yeah, yeah, because that's probably what it's going to be, unless it dries up this weekend. But we got the fishing opener though, so that opens tomorrow, and
Half the lakes still have ice on them.
but water levels I think are up, aren't they?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
So
Well, they had flood warnings out last night. They have, with the little bit of rain that we got.
yeah, a little bit.
Holy smokes!
Christ, I thought there was going to be. Ooh, did I just say a bad word?
You said one of them.
Oh, after the wind I heard last night.
If he gets hit by lightning, I don't
But yeah, I thought maybe we had a big storm coming in
Hey.
after that wind that came through.
Way to go, Jose.
Yeah. But
Jesus.
yeah. Now I'm flustered. But what's new?
What are you? Oh, okay.
Trying to find my location. That's how flustered I am.
Start over. Here we go.
No, well, but good luck to all the fishermen. I know they wait.
Where's the governor fishing this year?
I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah. I always say, I told my wife if
Kelly Lake.
if I was ever governor, that tradition would end because I would never go.
Right. You gotta go just to get a picture.
So you
taken.
just have to do it. Just
Don't do
you
it,
don't
man.
have to necessarily go out and go
No.
fishing.
No.
Which you should, though. I mean, I get it. You should go
Yeah.
out. Doesn't matter who the governor is. You should go out, I suppose. And
It should be interesting, because I know last night on the local news they were talking about how many of the lakes up north are actually still have ice, and where's everybody going to fish this year? So maybe when it warms up, things will get better.
Well,
Let's hope so.
it's supposed to get warm today, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you
60s,
want the
70s.
resorts and those type of places to be able to survive, and you can't do that if you got a fishing opener and you got ice on the lake. So
Yeah. Yeah, because there was still ice going over toward Nashwauk on O'Brien there. Not that little piece of water there off
the
the,
big part
on
of
the
the lake?
right, but on the bigger part of the
Oh,
lake, there
okay.
was still some ice on there. So I haven't been by Snowball Lake for a while, so I don't know how that
well, the way our luck is with all the rain we got, it'll probably freeze tomorrow night, and we'll all be back to where we are again.
Yeah. But I think it's been so cold lately for the fishing openers. I don't think it's supposed to be as cold this year. I think they'll have at least some decent temperatures to fish in.
We should try to have someone come on and explain to us, what fishing is like. When it's cold out, are the fish further down in the water? I mean, towards the bottom, or they come up to the top? When it warms up. This is the kind of things we should talk about here on the show.
Really?
We are a sports show, are we not?
Yeah, we are.
I mean, we do talk about other things that nobody cares about.
I heard a report this morning that said fish should be in shallower waters now.
Well, see, you just
That's what
answered one of
tomorrow.
my questions for
So
me.
don't ask me why they'd be in shallower
Well,
waters
we can.
right now. But
No, we don't have to get in the boat. We just fish from shore.
sure.
So,
But yeah, that solves that problem.
yeah, I'm sure Ron has been fishing before. No,
No?
he hasn't.
Wow.
I guess they don't sell cane poles anymore.
Been a long time since
I had a cane pole once when I
Oh,
was,
yeah?
was growing up. Used to fish for catfish.
Oh,
The cane pole. They would be close to shore. If you didn't catch them with the line, you whack them with the stick.
or just reach down
Just
and
reach
grab
down
them.
and grab them.
That would be the way to
Back
do
in the
it.
day, when my younger days, I had a hard time getting to the lake in that Model T, though.
Oh, gosh. We're way off
Oh, you
track.
almost said the other word that you can't say
Oh,
on
my
TV.
gosh, yeah. We're way off base now.
Yeah, where were we? Oh, let's talk about some real winning things.
Yeah, let's talk about the Wild then, about winning, if you're
What
going to
a-
talk about
what a
winning.
disagree. And but hats off to young Mr. Perunovich for being able to come home and play and beat the Wild at home. That'd be a great thrill for him. Good for him. And you know, when you look at the Wild, you know, again, it's just another one of the professional teams in Minnesota where your expectations are high and they're going to do well, and they don't do so well.
Boy,
They get beat up.
oh, and they're getting just hammered on Twitter. Whenever I look on, I don't follow a lot of people, but the Twitter stuff I get is just they're getting hammered. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
You know, everybody said, well, I shouldn't say everybody, all the so-called experts were saying that the Wild had more talent, but they just got beat up again.
Well.
You know, they don't have any muscle. And these teams go after them and wear them down and wear them out. And it's just, you know, you're going to play 7 games. You're not going to last long doing it. So,
Well, still the main objective is not to beat teams up; it's to score goals, and they just didn't score any goals.
well, they
Kevin
did, but St.
Fiala
Louis
was
did.
Yeah, well, the Kevin Fiala was a no-show.
Yeah. The only one that showed up was
Krill,
Kaprizov.
yeah, he showed up big time. He had 7 goals, I think, and he did his part. I'm not putting anything on Cam Talbot.
He should have been playing
He
the
should have
first.
played. He should have played a lot sooner than he
Yep.
did. To stick him in that situation was, I think, uncalled for. As long as you were with losing Fleury, you probably should have just kept with him last night.
Well, I think that I personally, I think that management felt that, you know, they got Fleury, and the reason they got Fleury is that hopefully he could do what he did when he played for Las Vegas and get them through to a Stanley Cup. That didn't pan out so well. So will Mr. Fleury be with the Wild next year?
Well, Bill Guerin's got some. You know, that's when I should have texted Micheletti and had him on today. After that, but
He's
maybe
probably
next
still,
week.
he's still fuming. He might get let him relax a little bit.
Well, it's just the fact that they, you know, it's. I mean, there was even stuff on Twitter this morning saying how they just quit.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea. Don't watch the games, so
I don't
it's.
know. I turned him off. I mean, there was 3-0. I said, yeah, this is done, or 4-0, whatever it was. And yeah, if guys quit on you, there's nothing you can do. Coach, it doesn't matter who your coach is. If they quit, there's nothing you can do. So
And what did I tell? I'm pretty sure I said it on the air about what their downfall was going to be, and it was going to be their special teams.
Yeah.
And they were 0 for 5 on the power play last night. I don't know what their penalty kill was last night, but and Dean Evans can say is I don't know why they're that bad. They should be better, and we have to make them better. I think I know he's perplexed, but some of the looks he gives off the bench at the calls and stuff like that is like, I was never sold on him.
oh.
I may be the only one in the state that wasn't, but
Well, let's not forget, they had over 100 points this year, so the season went very well for the Minnesota Wild. It's just, you get in, and everybody only counts the playoffs, so.
that's it. And all through January, Bally Sports North and all their broadcasters and pregame and postgame people said what a special season this was going to be. And
Going all the way.
yeah, I mean, you don't have a special season in January.
No.
You don't have a special season in February or March or April. Well, now April and May, maybe June. Now these playoffs won't be over until June probably, but
They go too long.
it's not a special season. And all I heard from one of their post-game reporters after every game was how much fun was it playing in front of this crowd. And we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
And they give us so much energy. Well, like I said, I haven't seen a fan score a goal
No,
forever or a touchdown, or hit a home run, or
Well-
make a basket. So
The fans didn't see him score any goals last night either, so.
no, they didn't. And the crowd. I'm sorry, the crowd has not. Your fan base has nothing to do with it.
Okay,
Because if that's the case, they would have. This series would be going 7 games, or they would have been done.
send your comments to,
You
what
can go.
is our website?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no
Okay.
idea.
That's what is our website, I don't know,
Yeah,
.com.
I'll go take it to my grave.
Sports at
HPAT.
hpat.org.
Okay, sports@hpat.org.
Send those emails in and we'll bring them up and talk about them.
Yeah, fine with me.
Of course, we gotta remember that a lot of our viewing audience are either too young and can't read. Because parents put us on to keep them occupied.
Right.
Hey, look at cartoons are on again.
That's about it.
Those
too.
two ball guys again.
Yeah. I hope they amuse you.
Speaking of hockey, Tom Tinter had something on the other day. Can you name how many players from the Hibbing are playing or did play professional hockey? You got Mr. Prunovich, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Micheletti, correct?
Yeah, Joe Micheletti played. Mike Polich. Gary Gambucci. Trying to think if Bobby Colliard, I think, played.
So 7?
And I'm trying to think if yeah, I don't know. I mean, how many were there?
I don't know. That's what I was asking
Oh, is
you.
he was asking. Oh, he was asking that
You're the
question.
sports writer.
Yeah, well, does Tom know the answer, or
He had those 4 that I saw, but you came up with a few
I
more.
think Pat must have played with the North Stars. I'm assuming.
Well, the other thing too, if you consider playing in Europe professional, I assume there was.
Well, if you're doing that, yeah.
Mr. Thomasoni played over there,
Yeah.
and
But he was from Chisholm,
Chisholm. Oh,
so. Well, you gotta.
There's one of those words again.
You have to distinguish that because Tom. I'm not sure if Dave played in the NHL or not, but he did play over in Italy.
right.
Trying to think who else. I don't know. I don't think Don Micheletti played,
No.
but I could be wrong.
No, he wasn't on the list. So we're just trying to fill in time here, folks. So
Yeah.
we're in a rain delay. Okay, so
All right,
Got a lot
so
of
we
wild-
kind of got that off our chest. I'm kind of
Twins-
glad they're done.
Twins are playing good teams, so now they lose.
Lose. Well, they got how many guys on the IL, and they just lost a pitcher now. Maybe, probably have Tommy John surgery. Paddock.
Oh, he's done now. I didn't hear.
Well,
that.
I don't know. I mean, he was going for a second opinion, but surgery wasn't off the table.
Wow.
So
That's
it's
the guy
like,
you got from San Diego.
yeah.
right?
So that was a heck of a trade.
Oh, I almost said it again. You know, with all the injuries and all the stuff that they go through, don't they have a guy that's like a physical trainer
Well-
that's supposed to be taking care of these guys and telling them what to do?
Don't you? Yeah. I mean, I think the first thing I would do before I went out and play was stretch.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, you
That'd
get
be-
your muscles limber so you don't.
No,
pull
we got to
your
remember
hamstring.
today's player, though. You know, they're probably in the clubhouse stretching.
Yeah,
What's for lunch?
they're doing curls.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buxton with the hip.
Yeah.
Kepler, I heard, got dinged up a little bit yesterday running to first base.
Oh, jeez.
Paddock now with the elbow thing.
Yep.
Sonny Gray's back, now, but he looked really good.
How about Sano? Where's he at?
He's out with that knee.
No.
And I've seen stuff on Twitter saying, could this be the beginning of the end of him in a Twins uniform? Because they had that. But now again, Jose Miranda came up, and if somebody's going to replace him, it's going to be him. But I'm not sure. He got his first major league hit, and then he hit his first major league home run. But how he's been doing lately, I don't know.
Well, you look at that roster, and there's this guy. I never even heard of half
Oh.
of this team.
No.
So
But Royce Lewis came up and got his first hit, and so they have the talent. The talent's there.
You keep saying they come up, but they only drive over from St. Paul.
Oh,
don't
well,
they?
whatever.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
an Uber. Hey, it's a twins Uber. So,
But yeah, I mean,
well, who do they got this, now who do they play tonight?
Cleveland,
At home?
yeah, 3 games and they go on the road again.
Are you getting tickets for the game tomorrow? Oh,
So the Guardians now, the Cleveland Guardians.
what a name.
There you go. Vikings, before we got about 3 minutes.
Okay,
The
Vikings,
Vikings schedule came out yesterday.
number 1, Green Bay,
Yep, 0-1.
first game of the year.
The Kevin O'Connell era is going to start out 0-1. That's my prediction. But then I'm Mr. Negative, so
You know, well, when you look at the draft, though, you know, we didn't talk a whole lot about it last week or 2 weeks, whenever the draft was, but I think they did pretty good. You know, and,
Oh.
and all the professionals, you know, gave them a B+ for, you know, going after their needs. But when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel with what you got, and you get somebody that's halfway decent, you know,
yeah.
are they going to make it into the pros?
It's
That's
going
the
to
big
be,
question.
well. No, and I have no criticisms over the people they drafted, and they know a lot more about it than I do. But
Right.
I do have the problem with them trading
Within their
within
division.
their division.
Yeah, well,
So, but that's petty. I get it.
yep. Hey, lucky we got the the link started now, and
Yeah, but they're like 0-3.
what's the soccer team?
The United,
The Mallard? No,
the Loons,
the Loons.
don't know how they're doing.
I don't think they're called the Loons anymore. I think they're called the
Oh,
Minnesota.
Minnesota United. I think they do.
Minnesota United Limited or something like
Yeah,
that. whatever.
FC or something. They
Yeah.
always put that FC at the back end.
You know what that stands for? That's one of those words we can't say on TV.
Oh, okay. But back to the Vikings schedule. They play. They're playing in London.
Yep.
They have Thanksgiving night game, I believe. They have a Christmas Eve game. They play the Packers on January 1st, I believe, and then after that they play
And
the Bears
one Monday night game.
and one Monday against Philadelphia, I think.
Isn't it funny how things change? They used to be on almost every other Monday night. Now they're only on once a year.
Yeah, and I don't know why they give us so many of those nationally televised games, but they do.
Yeah, well,
It's not worth. I mean, maybe they'll be worthy of it this year. We don't know.
they're pretty uniforms. Everybody wants to look at the uniforms.
You like purple?
It's their opponents, that's why they.
Oh, they want to look at their opponents.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why it goes
yeah.
on a national.
probably
Yeah.
that's probably the biggest reason. Yeah. So,
All right, sir.
Well,
Another one's in the books.
Yeah.
Thank you to Caribou Coffee for your sponsorship.
For Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you again next week.
Hibbing Public Access Television would like to thank U.S. Bank for providing us with studio space.